Well, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Boy, no kidding, huh?
Yeah.
So, we're still shooting away.
Yes.
Still putting in some long days.
Wait,
and...
we forgot to introduce ourselves.
Oh, yeah. You want to go first?
Yeah, my name is CP, and this is...
I'm D.
Switcheroo.
Yes.
Switcheroo.
So we've been putting in some long days.
Yes.
And
I'm kind of sad I missed yesterday, but I was sound asleep in my room.
You needed your sleep, brother. They've been putting you through a lot, so...
Yeah. You know what? It seems like the question that they're always asking me is, so, David, are you still a virgin? Are you still a virgin? And, you know, I'm wearing some lays. So I got laid. No.
Long story. It was the theme of a little fiesta that we had, and
yeah, so
very appropriate, though. We'll put it that way.
Yes.
Very appropriate. So anyway, moving on with just some of the stuff that we wanted to talk to you about today. Now, of course, it being Friday, we want to chat about some cool tricks of the trade to make your lives a little bit easier. And, of course, one of my favorites is I really do like to address a lot of the caffeine addicts out there, those coffee drinkers.
Oh,
yes.
it's me right here.
It happens, and you know what? We don't say caffeine is yay or nay. It's just a tool that we can use. Now, granted, just like any chemical out there, you can do it for so long before your body's going to start to adapt to it, and then, of course, prolonged use is going to start to hurt you in the long run. So keep in mind when it comes to caffeine use, you only want to use it for a certain amount of time, then you need to give your body some time off. So the best thing we can do is we figure if you are going to use it, at least we can teach you some damage control. So for the caffeine drinkers, you know, or the caffeine users, the coffee drinkers, whether it's iced tea or thermogenics, which are those, you know, diet pills that have caffeine in them. Maybe you're big into your Full Throttle or your Monster, all those energy drinks that everybody's drinking nowadays.
I've been pounding down some iced coffee today like no other.
Sometimes it's a tool to use to stay up a little bit longer, just to give yourself the mental clarity and the energy. And when you really get down into the physiological effects of caffeine, you know, it's extremely effective, and there will be a long-term battle between physiologists and doctors in these studies, because the results keep coming back that, okay, caffeine's good, caffeine's not so good, caffeine's good, caffeine is not so good. So, you know, it's a lot easier to just kind of play the middle of the field and just say, look, if you're going to be drinking a lot of caffeine, or, you know, consuming a lot of caffeine, one of the best things that you can do is use a B complex. Now, of course, hopefully you can see this okay. I'm going to angle this thing the right way. I know we're getting there you go. There's a B complex right there. And sorry for the reflection, but it's probably one of the best things you can use. Long story short, when we consume caffeine, of course the caffeine, believe it or not, it's not the caffeine that we feel. The caffeine just increases brain activity. It tells our body that, hey, this is a fight or flight response, and so we might be running from a lion, and we need to climb up a tree really fast. So what it does is it actually, as the increase in brain activity goes up, sure enough, it tells our adrenals to release adrenaline from the adrenal glands. Now, keep in mind, what will happen is that as our body releases all that adrenaline, well, think about the adrenal glands kind of like these little buckets of adrenaline. And of course, as we say, you drink your coffee, you get that caffeine kick, whoosh, the levels of adrenaline goes down.
And you're like, oh, I feel so good right now.
Yeah, you're feeling good, but nevertheless, the levels of adrenaline in those adrenals starts to go down. So what we need to do is we need to fill them back up in order to get that kick again. What fills them back up? Well, it's actually vitamin B5, pantothenic acid. It's incredible. So it's really important when you're actually when you're utilizing a lot of caffeine as a stimulant or as a tool, that you're going to replenish, because keep in mind, this is more damage control than anything. We need to put the tools back in our body so that we can make adrenaline. So, so keep in mind, if you are going to be pushing a lot of caffeine, really important, I need you to get a B complex. You can get it at your local supermarket or a Target or a health food store. You can get it in all kinds of places, and a lot of them, they even have stress formulas now with, it's actually extra B5 and usually a few other things in there just to help you feel a lot better, kind of something to take the edge off. So keep in mind, B5 is a wonderful, wonderful tool that you can use for all you caffeine drinkers out there. So when it comes to any outstanding questions that have been coming in from the emails?
Yeah, somebody just wanted to know if let me read it right here. If they are drinking a lot of energy drinks,
Mm-hmm.
and they just want to know if there's anything they can take to stop.
Oh, to actually like wean themselves off of
Yes.
an energy drink.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's a wonderful question because once again, you do not want to be taking drinking these energy drinks for a prolonged period of time. Reason being is that you will eventually start to exhaust those adrenals, and exhausted adrenals can actually take a long time to repair. So it's really important that if you're utilizing them for more than about 6 weeks, you need some time off to let those adrenals, those little buckets, fill back up.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, if that is happening, the very first thing that actually a lot of naturopathic doctors will do is they'll actually increase the levels of B vitamins that you're taking so you can slowly come off. There are some incredible things that you can do to help give yourself a little bit of extra energy, like ginseng. Ginseng is an incredible herb that you can also get, and it's going to help pick up those energy levels just a little bit. If you're into especially like the hardcore caffeinated drinks, the best thing you can do is really to slowly step yourself down. So you're going to go from a Monster to, say, an iced tea. Now keep in mind, when it comes to caffeine content, black tea has got more caffeine than green tea. So one of the best stepping stones on the way down, because otherwise if you stop caffeine altogether, here come the headaches, here come, essentially it's withdrawal symptoms. You're going through withdrawal. So the best thing you can do is actually step yourself down. So you'll go from, like, say, black coffee or a heavy thermogenic or Monster or Full Throttle into green tea. It's fantastic. There's still a little bit of caffeine in there, but it's also loaded with antioxidants. Now here comes green tea, and supplement that with a B complex and maybe a little bit of ginseng, and then from there, then you take the green tea out and you've got your B complex and your ginseng, and sure enough, you're stepping yourself down into replenishing those adrenal glands, and it's a win-win situation. Then you can go ahead and wean yourself off that caffeine. Sure enough, you're not riding the caffeine roller coaster throughout the day where you're up and down and up and down, and you're actually, it's this wonderful, nice, even, smooth energy throughout the day. Plus, for those of you who drink a lot of caffeine and you might get a little bit jazzed, or you can experience some anxiety, once you come off, boy, it's really even keeled. So I always recommend a tapered approach where you're not going to go from cold turkey. Now granted, cold turkey works, and after about a week or 2 weeks, your energy levels will start to come back, but you know what, sometimes that week or 2 weeks is still a little bit too much, especially when you have to keep up with everyday life and work. So just taper it down. It's going to make life a lot easier. Taper it down into iced teas, and from those iced teas, then you can go ahead and take it just into your ginseng and B complex, and you should feel amazing throughout the days.
All right.
Yeah, you bet.
I believe we are done.
Yeah, that was a great question, actually, by the way, and very applicable to what we're talking about. All right.
Who would have thought?
All right, guys. Sorry for rambling a little bit today. We're exhausted. Actually, I got to tell you what, though. So we were actually shooting this. This is late Thursday night right now, and of course, we are shooting these things before for all of you East Coast peeps who are waking up. I mean, gosh, if we were going to try to catch you at 5 o'clock East Coast time, it's 2 o'clock here on the West Coast. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 2 o'clock here. That just ain't going to happen, guys. I ain't going to stay up that late. So we're shooting these a couple hours beforehand so we can launch it for all of you people on the East Coast. But boy, I got to tell you, it's been an incredible day today. It's been so magical. We had the opportunity to work with 50 fifth graders. They brought these classes together, and we did this awesome course of exercise and nutrition, and Dee was out there inspiring the kids, and then I got to jump in there and, of course, do my thing, which is a lot of talking.
Yeah.
But you know what? I love working with the kids.
Yeah,
I got them all riled up, and we had a great time.
That's what we love to do.
Yeah, so very special thanks to the Odyssey School out in Buckeye for welcoming us, and the kids. You guys are amazing. You are absolutely amazing, and kudos to your parents and your teachers because they taught you a lot about nutrition. They taught you so much. I am so proud of you guys. So keep up the incredible work, and all of you reshapers, keep up the incredible work.
Yes.
Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll fill you in on the latest and greatest on Monday.
On Monday.
See you guys.
Bye.